Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and this video is going to be special because in this I've got a setup right over here. If you can see this, and it's a makeshift setup. I'm not doing anything fancy, कुछ भी ज़्यादा ऐसा नहीं कर रहा हूँ, simple रख रहा हूँ so that everyone, whoever collects diecast, whatever facility you have, you can learn how to photograph the models in that. Normally जब हम लोग के पास गाड़ियाँ होती हैं, हम लोग छत पे जाते हैं, we go to our roofs and we shoot the cars on the roofs. It's a bright sunny day. It's December, so the sun is mild. It's still hot but mild. So I'll just quickly show you right here over here. This is the AC upper unit. I'm using this because it provides a very good platform for the diorama. Now the diorama is very simple. It's an outdoor diorama. So this is the diorama that I'm telling you about. See right here, this is sand. This is real sand. And this part here is gravel. So I have made this. I've got a figure over here and I've got a couple of main lines. So the reason why I got the main lines is because I wanted to show this with the camel trophy, and the camel trophy photos would be amazing, mini GT. But this is a demo and there are chances the cars might drop or anything, and the damage will be very heavy in the mini GTs. This one can sustain a bit of damage, like they are robust. So that is why once we are done with this, maybe I'll show you those results also. Now first thing, over here I've got my normal cell phone. This is like what I generally use. This is a Samsung S20 FE. It's a decent phone. So what I'll do with this is I'll show you how you can take the pictures. First thing which you need to do is you need to have a setup. Now the benefit of having a setup is that will save you a lot of time. And so you can invest some time in building a diorama, like I showed you my diorama, and you can build something very simple like this. It will help you a lot. Secondly, you need to understand the angles. Now I've got this miniature Stig, and you might be asking me that why do I have such a small Stig? The reason is because made to scale matters a lot. So if I show you my car and I show you my Stig, you can see that the man is proportionate to the car. This is made to scale. So whenever you are photographing outdoors especially, you need to be very careful that कुछ भी बड़ा ऐसे सामने आपके गाड़ी के नहीं रहे. For example, even if I put my thumbnail in front of the car, ये भी डालता हूँ ना, तो ये बहुत बड़ा लगता है गाड़ी के comparison में. So you need to be proportionate. You need to show that it's a real world scene. The car is this big, so the man is also this big. So it's proportional. And then now I'll talk about the phone. And the thing about the phone is that this has 3 cameras. Now what you need to realize is that which camera is being used for photographing your diecast. Let's say this one is the wide angle or something. So the wide angle, unless it's a very expensive iPhone, the wide angle does not have autofocus. So wide angle cannot be used for photographing diecast. Number 1. This is the primary camera. Now the primary camera can be used. You need to zoom in a little. I'll probably show you using my screen recording feature. So right here you can see over here I've got a lanyard. This lanyard helps me maneuver my phone in all sorts of angles. So if I use my phone like this, let's say I use my phone like this. If I keep my phone like this, the camera is aligned with the car. So it helps me in generating a very nice effect. Then I can slowly zoom in a little, and the zooming in allows to focus on the subject. Then another thing is that whenever you are clicking, you need to ensure that this part is down. For example, if you take a picture and you take a picture like this, so what happens is that the car is smaller than this. So the car will be covering in this portion and your photo will start from here. So the car will automatically look small because as I can show you like this, the car is smaller. What you need to do is you need to flip the camera and you need to shoot it like this so that the car is aligned with the camera. So guys, one important thing which is very important is that you need to use the zoom lens. I talked about the 2 lenses, which is the wide angle and the normal lens. The zoom lens is your biggest friend when you're shooting diecast because it zooms in on the subject and you just need to maintain a distance. It helps you get closer to the subject and helps you create a wonderful depth of field. I'll attach some sample shots, and it is like very important. So the three lenses, among the three lenses, maximum you will be using the normal lens and the zoom lens, because the way the zoom lens performs, especially while shooting outdoors, helps you get closer to the subject, helps you focus on the subject and create a good DOF. These are the three most important things which you need for creating a good image. And if you're planning to buy a new phone, plan to get a phone which has optical zoom. If you digitally zoom in using the normal lens, quality will reduce bit by bit. But if the phone has an optical zoom lens, the quality will be retained and the photo will also be very good. Third point, which is very important, you need to shoot with the light, not against the light. For example, right now I am standing opposite to the sunlight, so the light is on my face. You can see that everything is fine. But if I start turning around, you can see that the shadow is going that side. One part is more lit, the other part is not. And this is just a portrait. Imagine how much difference it will make on a car, because the cars are very small. They need proper lighting. So if we have to summarize what all we have learned until now, first is that you have to have a proper setup. Lighting must be good. When the lighting is good, you need to shoot with the light, not against the light, because then your camera needs to do a lot of work, use a lot of HDR. Still the results will not be as good as shooting with the light. Then you need to have made to scale. Whenever you're taking a picture, you need to ensure that there is nothing which gives it away that it's not a real photo. You need to have a diorama, you need to have a setup, or you need to just clear out the area so that the car looks real enough. And that's pretty much about it, guys. Like I'll probably show a couple of sample photographs or something. This is just something which I wanted to make very randomly, and this is for smartphones only. Personally speaking, I do not like using DSLRs because 64 scales cars, they are very small. So if my DSLR camera sensor is this big, the sensor is bigger than the car. So it takes a lot of maneuvering to make the car look big through the big sensor. Phones are absolutely fine, and phones are actually preferred for the diecast models. And let me know if you have got any doubts. Let me know if you have any queries. Let me know. Then again, in that I want to make one thing clear. Photographing SUVs is always easier than photographing the sedans and everything, because SUVs, you know, I can put them at all these interesting angles and they look better. That is why you'll see a lot of collectors who like photography, they like SUVs more. And I'll just take a couple of pictures quickly so that you'll realize how the perspective works. Thank you for watching.